All right, today we're digging into a pretty bold claim that's been making the rounds, the idea that the chatbot is dead. We're going to break down the argument that AI is evolving past simple chats and into something way more powerful, something that's actually designed to do things.
So let's just jump right in. The source material for this explainer, well, it doesn't pull any punches. It kicks off with this incredibly blunt statement to set the stage for its entire argument about where we are with automated customer service. The core argument is this: chatbots just didn't live up to the hype. You know, that promise of brilliant, helpful, around-the-clock assistance? According to this perspective, it was a promise that was pretty much broken from the start. And the way they build this case is actually kind of smart. They tap right into a feeling that, let's be honest, we've all had. That feeling of being trapped in a conversation loop with a bot that just doesn't get it. That shared frustration is really the whole foundation for their argument. Okay, so that's the what. But what about the why? Why exactly did chatbots fail so hard, at least according to this viewpoint? Now, it's a harsh take for sure. Simple bots probably still have a role for, super basic questions. But the source claims that for anything truly complex, they're just obsolete. Let's unpack the reasons. So here's the breakdown of what chatbots actually did. You know the drill. They could maybe handle 5 of your most common questions, but as soon as you went off script, they just got stuck. And what happens next? You get handed off to a human, which just adds another annoying step. The argument is that businesses basically spent a ton of money on what was, in the end, just a slightly fancier search bar. And this quote really gets to the heart of the critique. The whole point here is that just pulling an answer from a knowledge base isn't real intelligence. That's just search. It's not the smart, autonomous action that AI always promised. So, if chatbots are the problem, then what's the solution? Well, this is where the source material pivots. It stops criticizing the past and starts painting a picture of the future, introducing this concept of the AI agent. And here's how they define it. The words to focus on here are autonomous, persistent, and executes tasks. See, unlike a bot that just spits out answers, an agent is built to take action, all by itself. It works nonstop, and, this is key, it operates inside a company's own systems. And this, right here, is the crucial distinction they make. It's framed as this huge shift in purpose. We're moving away from just having a conversation and moving toward actually getting something done. It's the difference between talking about a problem and actually solving it. Okay, let's break this down even more. Let's look at how the source really draws a line in the sand between these two technologies, because it highlights a totally different philosophy. You can really see the difference side by side here. Over on the left, you've got bots. They chat, they answer questions, they do some simple automation. But over on the right, you have agents. They're all about work. They drive real results and create business transformation because it can execute tasks on their own. It's a move from being a passive tool to being an active part of the team.
Okay, autonomous execution sounds super impressive, right? But what does that actually look like? How does an agent work in the real world?
The source gives us a perfect example. Let's say a customer asks for a refund. Instead of just sending a link to the policy page, the AI agent gets the request, logs directly into the company's CRM, checks the purchase history, actually processes the refund, and then messages the customer to let them know it's done. The whole thing, start to finish, with zero human involvement. And look, it's not just about simple stuff like refunds. The source lists all sorts of complex, multi-step jobs these agents can handle. We're talking about booking flights, qualifying sales leads, updating your CRM, even helping with hiring. The idea of work here is incredibly broad. So, what's the big picture here? Why does any of this matter right now? Well, the source is really clear on this. This isn't just another tech upgrade. This is a fundamental, urgent shift in how businesses operate. And they use this quote to really drive that point home. The argument is that you're not just making one department a little more efficient, you're changing the entire operational engine of your business, moving from processes that need a human at every step to ones that can run on their own. And a huge part of that transformation comes down to this one simple concept: 24/7. It's about having a digital workforce that literally never sleeps. It can execute these complex tasks around the clock, with no breaks and no supervision. And you can see how this totally flips a company's focus. The old way with bots, it was all about maintenance. You had to staff the bot, optimize it, keep it running. The new way with agents, it's about growth. You automate the business so you can actively generate more revenue. And to really hammer this point home, The source material leaves us with a pretty stark warning. The argument isn't that this is some cool future trend. The argument is that this is a competitive race that is happening right now, and if you fall behind, you risk being left behind.
And that brings us to the final, really provocative question the source leaves us with. Is your business designed to chat, or is it designed to work? It's a question that really forces you to think about what you expect from your technology and, ultimately, what you're trying to accomplish.